Okay guys, Nativity build, episode 2. We started off cutting the basic shape, the base, and this part. We didn't address the side building. We will, maybe in this video, maybe in the next video, we will. But actually for this video, I wanted to focus on applying texture to this build. And sure, we have to do some cutting. There are some parts missing still, some parts we didn't discuss in the first video, but I want to focus on applying the rough bricks, the plaster, the smaller bricks. I also want to focus on texturing the inside. So yeah, let's start. Okay, so let's start with the wall. Actually, between the first and this video, I did a lot of preparation. I already started texturing large chunks of this build. The walls, the folds, but I did left pieces untouched so I can actually show you how it's all done. Put this one aside, and here you see again the gate with all the different kinds of texture, like the very large stones, the basic smaller bricks, and the plaster. And actually I already did the side wall as well. Now you think, hey, well, I thought we could see how it's done. Well, yes, these 3 walls are almost ready, but this one is still untouched. So if I have these walls come together and I have another wall come together, let me show you this way. So here we have it. Then we still have this wall that needs to be textured. So let's start with that. If you look closely, I already draw some lines. So we have the larger stones visible, the bottom part, the middle part we have the plaster, and the top part we have the brick, and we do it inside and outside. And that's what we're gonna do right now. So I have my wood banner set. You can see another video where I show this nifty little tool along with a link where to get it. I have a kind of pointy thingy, and I simply start burning some larger stones in it. I can adjust the heat a little bit if I want to have bigger parts burned away. And as you can see, the stones, the edges are more or less sharp, but we will come to that later on. So since I'm building in a larger scale, this goes rather quickly because I can make larger stones, which is nice. Okay, let's go here. Okay, here we have the first area with larger stones, and just to give you an idea, this one. So this is the inside, and I started lower here. I can actually go a little bit higher if I like. Not sure. If I want to, okay, let's say I want to go a little bit higher. So it more or less connects. But mind you, in the corner we have a little, or a big beam, or yeah, piece of wood that conceals this angle. But anyways, okay. Let's make. Okay, so. Okay, this is it. This is it. Now I want to do the other side as well. And since you've seen me doing this side, we might as well go fast forward. Okay. So here we have the first part, where we actually have to get some pencils now. So as you can see, I've done both sides. So actually we have the larger stones already in place. So the next thing is to actually make them smooth, or a little bit more, not that sharp edged. So what we do is we take a very blunt pencil, and you can use a lot of force if you like. It's okay. Just go in there. You can use a lot of force. As you can see, it doesn't rip or destroys the foam, but the edges will be smoother, the grout lines a lot wider, and sure, at the end I might partially fill the grout lines again using some kind of paste. That's something for later, but for now, here we have. That looks already so much better. Okay, other side. So you see, this is very rough, but the good thing is it works rather quickly. And now finally, this part, okay, and to finish it all off, when it comes to this part, I might start applying this stone texture. However, since this part is plastered, is still plastered, let's roll this first, because some of this texture will get on the stones, and I can remove that with pencil. Okay. Okay. So actually now we have the plaster as well. Here we have the stones. I could actually press the stones a little bit down, so the plaster looks like the plaster is sticking out a bit more. Anyways, let's start with applying some structures on these stones. And as you can see, a blunt pencil firmly pressing, so we get a lot of depth. Again, this is fun working with larger scale, or at least larger stones. You can work a lot quicker and work a little bit rougher, you could say. Okay. Okay, now okay. And the other side. Okay, so that's done. We have the plaster, and now we go for the bricks. And I have one other piece of wall already. Now this is the top of the wall, and I simply put them side by side, a little bit sharper pencil, and I transfer the marks of the horizontal grout lines. You can do this freehand. And this one as well. Okay, so here we have the first few. Now if I flip it over, as you can see, I have the same area more or less. So let's try and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this one. This is stone, this is plaster, so let's try and get some depth in there. Slightly cutting it in and now pressing the foam down. And do it again on this side. There you go. Up, up, up. Okay. That's good. Let me see. Yep, let's do the other side as well. Perfect. Now, first let's get some texture in there as well. Cool. And let's, yep. Okay. So here we have some stones as well, but before I start actually applying texture to that, I will cut away parts of the stone. To make it look a little bit more interesting. So and maybe here a little bit. Okay. So okay. I think we're there. Now, so here we have the top. I can actually go over all these lines again to make them a little bit more, to make it a little bit deeper so they stand out more. Same goes for, especially for this side. I like to exaggerate a bit. There we go. Great. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, nice. So, done. Done. Now the middle piece. We still have this part to work with. So we have here the plaster. So what I will do with a sharper pencil, let's transfer, or let's assume the plaster here is also visible. Actually, you don't have to use a pencil, but so you can see the plaster is thick, a thick layer that sits on the stonework underneath. Okay. Nice. And as you can see, we applied bricks here, and I might want to cut some away also. Okay. Oh no. What's up? Hi. Okay, a little bit of texture. Okay. Good. Again, not again. No. So here we have a part of the wall with the brick, large natural stones and plaster. I can adjust lots more, but for now that's fine. So most importantly, every element or every type of stonework you see is in this little wall piece as well. So yeah, that's this example tells it all. You can do the whole main structure. However, I want to go over a few other things as well. And before I do, I will already switch on my hot glue gun because I really want to put stuff together, so at some point I can actually start breaking stuff away from the main structure. But first then I have to glue it all together. There must be a glue gun somewhere. I've seen it. Ah, found it. So while this heats up, we can go over. Is it working? Is it on-off switch? Don't know. We'll see. Good. So obviously, let's go with this one. Here you see that I already applied stonework above the door opening. I simply used a pencil and with a pinky I followed the arch, and in the end I got this. You could actually use the outside of the template to transfer this shape to your foam. So having done this, I might want to give the feeling that the stonework sticks out a little bit. And in order to do so, slight cut. Okay. That's enough. And now gently press. Your pencil is quite flat on the surface, but here you see the arch sticking out. And since some of the plaster was pressed away, I bring it back again. Okay, there we are. Okay, there we are. And there we have a stone arch that sticks out. Now, I do, however, need to bring in the stonework, and yes, there are templates, but I like to eyeball this, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Mind you, this is also the inside, so it might not be that well visible, but here we have a stone arch. This one. And actually, the same goes for this larger piece. You see, we have the same here. So using your pinky as your ruler, and off you go. And here you see a nice stone arch, and I will make use of this arch because I will transfer the stones to the other side of the wall. Simply first start off with drawing these grout lines within the arch itself. Okay, there we go. However, I don't believe I actually made texture in it. Okay, now that's done as well. Great. Okay, you see the markings, so shouldn't be that hard to actually make this arch. Okay, already there. Okay, finally, within the arch itself, let's make some extra grout lines. Again, this might not be visible at all, but just in case, let's get them in. Okay, so with this little example of how to apply arches, stone arches that stick out a bit, and getting some texture in, we finished the 4 walls. Yeah, so this was the outside, and this is the rear. So Looks rather well. And actually we can start putting this together. Now, the first video I actually glued these two on. And I also glued this one to this side. These two go together, and just a little recap to the inside. If the stones stop here, that might be a reference for where your stones stop here, meaning that they could be at the same height, but I chose to go lower. Again, there will be square beams going upwards to the roof. Okay. But here you can see, I think as well, you see the large stones going around the corner, going again around the corner, and it stops here because this wall being glued against. But you can see, as a reference, it goes over to this wall, etc., etc. And again, from the inside, you can see that as well. Okay, having said that, let's see if this one works. Oh yes, it works. Oh, pop, 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 pop. I didn't see that coming. Sorry, guys. Please try this at home. Har, har, har. Okay, that's good. Okay, now I'm not a fan of hot glue, as you can see, because I burn myself all the time. No, that's silly. It's just that you really need to work quickly. But since this is a large, big project, I think that's okay. So this one goes here. Let's do that as well. Just checking. Perfect, perfect, perfect. How nice is this? Okay, come on, work with me. Oh, this is nice. This looks really cool. So, okay. Getting the next one, let me see. Do I want to get that one in? Sure, why not? Oh, dear people, look at this. I actually forgot to get this in. So, zal ik dit doen? Okay, so let's... Ruben says, okay, I can do it. So thank you, Ruben, I will do it. You see, I forgot to actually put these bigger stones in here. So let's do that. Oh, this is a big stone, that's nice. Okay. Oh, we're already there. It's not that much, as you can see. So, here we go. That's better. So let's glue it as well. Okay, there we go. I must admit, this goes quite fast, which is fine. Come on. Okay, one. Okay, that's set for the next. Okay, nah, how cool is this? Okay, so what's next? Well, we will not address all parts in this video, I think, depending on how much time we need. So if that isn't the case, if that is the case, we will do another video for sure. But within this structure, we have this fold, this roof, which looks really cool. And that's the next part I want to address. Okay, here we have 4 parts that are already textured. Fortunately, I have one over here that isn't. Now, if you look at the end result, you see that 3 are still intact and 1 is only slightly visible because much was cut away. And I will do that again, but that doesn't mean that I will not texture it or structure it, or well, both. So let's do this. I already have an example, but if you do the first one, you just determine where you want, how large you want these stones, like where you want to draw that line. And once you've done that, the same goes for this line, then you can use that as a template and make sure all these lines start at the same, well, point, you could say. So I simply take one of these shapes and transfer these lines. And that's enough. So now I should be able. And since you are doing 4, or I'm doing 4, once I have done them and glued them together, I then can also determine which one is the worst of the 4, so I can actually cut most of that one away. So, done this. Before I work on the stones, I first apply again some texture. Okay. Okay. Up. Okay, that's good enough. And now I can work on the stones. Along the line, you could again make, if you want to, little incision. Whoop, okay. And then pressing. There you go. Okay, looks nice. Do it here as well. Flop. Flop. 3 stones. Again, the first one, you decide how it should look, and then you can actually use it as a template and transfer the essential lines. Okay. 1, 2, 3, before, and adding some stone texture. Okie dokie. Done. 1, 2. Oh, actually I need to do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you have it. So the next step for me is actually glue them. And that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, that's one. 2. Oh, hello. Ah, man. Okay, do it again. Okay, I think that's it. I'm not 100% satisfied with it, but okay, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. So here we have the. Now I really would like to fit that one in, but let's see. I think, oh yeah. What we did cut in the last video was not only this, but a square that fits on it. Like 2/5 of an inch thick, and well, it's a square, as you can see. Now, if you look at there's a lot of hot glue lying around now. If you look here, this is interesting. You see the stone edge, again, oh no, this is not plastered. This is just wiping with a pencil. It sticks out. You see, it sticks out. And we have a strip of stone, and we have corner elements. So, just to show you, I have a corner element here, and a stone strip over here. We will make that. We will glue that on the project as well, and also gluing actually this part on it in a way that it sticks out above this strip. But before I can do that, I want to finish texturing this part. Okie dokie. Okay, again you see I've made some stones. Not sure what the distance is, but it's important to know that the distance is equal to the lines you see in this part. So that helps me out quite a lot. Okay, great. Now, since this is sticking out a little bit above everything else, I do these lines also on the side. there we are. Great. I also used again a pencil to push down along this edge to get more depth. There we are. And yes, there we go. Okay, done. The sphere, and very lightly transfer over here. So what I will do now is actually do a little bit of scratching, or all in the same direction. Don't know what kind of material the roof is, but I just go for a very simple scratching or swiping, applying a little bit more, a little bit less pressure, and also the difference in coloring later will suggest that's maybe another type of material, but that's fine. So that's good as well. Now that we've done that, no time to waste. Okay, let's glue that on. Okay, that's good. And there's one side that doesn't fit that good. That is this side, which is perfect because that now is the side that will be demolished. So a lot of this will fall away. So I partially textured stuff that actually will be cut away from the project, but that's fine. Okay, so here it is. Let's try and fit it in. Cool, it fits. And that's very nice, very good to see. I hope you can catch it on camera. It fits really nicely. Working with this specific measurements, if this square and if these arches are the same width as these wall elements, then actually not much can go wrong. As for the corner pieces, we have here that goes here, and here we have a sheet. Here we have a corner piece, as you can see, and here I have another one. This one is with bricks, this one is still plastered. But then again, hey, hello, we didn't address that in the last video, and that's correct. So please let me show you how simple this is. The size of this is the same as the wall. It may be 2/5 of an inch high, and actually it's a little bit thicker than the wall because it sticks out a bit. So that's all there's to it. That's it. The same goes for this. This is a block which actually should fit in the corner. So we have two sheets here, 1, 2, as you can see here, and that fits in the corner in a way that it sticks out over these two edges. And the height, well, if you want to know, is 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters. So But to transform this into this, we have to cut something, the block up, and for this I will put some stuff aside and show you. So here we go. Now I do already have an example, which is, well, it's 1, 2, what is it? A bit more than 1/4 of an inch. So here we go. I go in and I stop turn it and here I go out again. Okay, now I have my corner, as you can see, and since this thickness is the same for cutting away this part, and now I can glue it in. And the only thing I have to do then, or the next thing I have to do, is determine, like, cutting in and cutting in and half its height I'm cutting in. Okay, one moment please. Okay, there's one. And here we do the same. So halfway. And there you have your corner piece, which you then can dress up with bricks, with plaster, or a combination of both. And I need 3, which is good. So just to show you, this one is fully plaster, which I think fits nice. So yeah. Okay. And as for this one, we can now glue this one as well. And this one is, I think, fully brick. Yeah. There you go. And while I'm at it, why not do this one as well? So here we go. So actually it's really fun to glue this all together, because now really something starts to happen, which is cool. So okay, I now bring up the whole roof section so it sticks out high enough, just to see how it looks. I don't want to glue it yet because I have to cut away stuff still. And as for this one, yeah, I still have to make that one, texture it. So yeah, that's okay. So it's going somewhere. Now there are some things, there's a lot still missing. So we really have to see what we can cover in this video and what we might shift towards the follow-up video But let me, there's one, okay. We are going to cut this video. We are going to make another video because we cannot manage to address everything. But what I want to show you in this video is how the base is being made. Because last time I ended with a hammer and a piece of wood, if you might recall. So that's something I want to show you. Before doing so, let's put this one up again and tell you about some of the stuff we still have to cover after I've done the base. I think we stop at the base and the next time we do the following. I want to make this little external build as well, meaning the two walls, the pillar, the door, but also the wooden floor inside, and the shingles. The shingles also come back at this part, which I suggest to address this part next time as well, applying the beam structure, etc., etc. Adding the stairways and applying texture to that as well, I think we can also do in the next video. And finally, and most importantly, break away all of this part of the dome, quite a big chunk here. We break that away, and I think at the end of then the third video, we've applied all the texture, structure, everything is done in a way that we can think about painting it up. So without further ado, let's focus now on applying partially, a little bit of texture on the base. And in the end, it has to look like this, just so you know. Okie dokie. Put that aside. Now, here's the base. And here we have our, our freshly, okay, this is how it goes. This is where it sits on the base, more or less. So we can measure it out if we like. I don't want to. I want to do more at the rear. At some point, I think, okay, this is fine by me. This is fine. We don't have to do anything else. We keep it like this, which is good. So what I will do next, actually, I want to get this one out. Okay, so I could pin this on the base. I don't do that. I just take a pencil and I start transferring the whole shape, the inside, the outside, to this, okay, there we are, to the base. There we go. Okay. I think we're there. Yes. So there it is. This is the base. I do have to think. Okay. Just thinking, just looking. Okay. So with all this, now it's time to actually start getting some stones in. And sure, I have an example here, but I'll try to be creative and do it on the fly. Also, the sides need to be need to get some texture as well. But let's start with the largest stones. I will do a segment just to show you. I will keep away from this part because here we get this extra build, but actually everything here can be done, which is cool. I'm just peeking and looking how it's done. But I need to start somewhere. Let me just see how this. Okay. Yes. Thinking, it hurts. Okay, this starts to look like something, you could say. Let's do it up until here. I think for now, as you can see, we have some stones. Always keep in mind that if you make longer lines of stones that are sitting side by side, that at some point the line will be blocked by another line. Not that be beware that you do not get long lines like these. That doesn't look well. Again, I need to do a lot, but it's more about showing what you can do next with all of this. Also, the lines here, please make sure they are there. I take a scalpel knife and I now simply cut in these lines. Not much, just a little bit. To make sure you get all the lines, simply cut all the lines that go in the same direction first. Forget about all the other lines. Okay. turn it, and we do the group of the other lines. Okay. Up, up. Okay. Okay, there we are. And now we can do the fun stuff. It's just an idea. You don't have to do this. I have a few blocks of wood, as you can see. Yeah, I guess that's good. I have a hammer. And what I can do now is actually put it in a corner and smash the tile, as you could say. As you can see, it's getting quite deep. You can exaggerate whatever you like, but you can now hammer down some of the tiles, make them all a little bit wobbly. And now this is a larger block, but maybe you have some smaller, you want some more control like this. And actually in this way, I'm now deepening, whoops, you see, not good, but nothing to worry about. I'm deepening now a single stone totally. Sure, I mean, you can simply use, what am I saying? You can use a pencil and start pushing stuff down, which is fine. But I'm just showing you a possible different kind of technique that you actually hammer down. Sure, we will rework some areas for sure. Cool. I'm already very pleased with what I see so far, so that's good. It's very old, so it's very wobbly, as you can imagine. But for now it's wobbly enough. So the next thing I will do is to get some texture or structure in. We have some larger stones. At some point you can actually decide to put some cracks in that it's a larger broken tile. But here's the thing. To round this part off, I'm going to apply this kind of texture. Oh, this is too dark. Oh, it's okay. So I'm going in this specific direction, and this is the next tile, same direction. This tile as well. I go over all these tiles, you see, I can see where I'm at. If it's difficult to get in a corner, flip your project and move from there. And once you've done all these tiles, you can then get back to the starting point and go for an opposite direction. You can choose out of possibly 3 or 4 directions. Okay. Oh, okay, well. Oh man, making some mistakes now. But here we go. But nothing we can cover up with plants and other stuff, right? So, okay, here we are. I think we are there. Yeah. And actually, if I put this over here, I think, yeah, okay. So this is how we can apply texture. I'm still fighting with texture and structure, but hey. And so what will I do next? Let's finish talking about this. I will finish this pattern on top, and I think I will finish this part as well, because it's the same technique, squares all around in the courtyard or in the middle, and then some diagonals, cutting them in with a scalpel knife and then hammering down, and that's it. This part I will do later. Making these wooden planks I will address, I think, in the next video, because they're quite simple. The same goes for this stairway as well, as for this one maybe as well. We'll see. But I think that the most important thing is that you get an idea of how to apply this structure, this texture. Just a more playful thing is to work with bricks. This height, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of bricks, and every now and then a larger stone in it. I did this all the way around, and after that I applied these steps. So you might end up applying that texture at some parts where they will be hidden by stairways. But that's about the base. I think, guys, I wrap it up for today. We've done a lot. You now must be able to finish the basic structure. You can add these little things. You can glue the roof. We will do another video where I try to actually finish the whole build up to a point where we can actually start thinking about adding paint and inks and washes and all kinds of plants and shrubs and bushes and blah 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 blah. This is it for now. I'm very pleased. I think we made a big step forward. I will keep on working and report back to you ASAP with a follow-up on this build. So thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon. Take care. I hate hot glue, you know. Oh man. I burned myself twice in this video. Ah, stupid Dutch guy. Ah.